Welcome to Business as a Magical Practice, where your business is the vehicle for your self-integration and soul evolution. My name is Sam Garcia, and I'm the founder of Dirty Alchemy Digital Marketing. And I'll be guiding you through how you can use your business as a spiritual practice and what magical businesses are doing to hit their goals and change the world. Together, we'll be relating the mystical to the world of business so that our work can unite spirit and matter, shadow and light, conscious and unconscious. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Business as a Magical Practice. I'm here with very special guest, Jamar Diggs. And Jamar, if you do not know him, is a YouTube expert that helps digital CEOs, brands, and agencies rank on YouTube and Google search so they can stop being a slave to the Instagram content spiral. And I know that this is talking to you. He takes his experience from corporate marketing and mixes it with YouTube strategy and YouTube SEO best practices to make you discoverable to more problem-aware people. So welcome to the podcast, Jamar.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so hyped to be here.
I am so hyped too, because I have a basic understanding of YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and for 2022, one of my big focuses will be optimizing YouTube and actually making it work for me and my business. And I know my clients want to do the same. So having you here is just like such a blessing.
This is great because I have a knack for attracting people who have ghosted their channels. And for people who are like intimidated by YouTube. And I've been told that I've been able to break down the concept into them actually understanding it and not being so scared by it anymore. So I'm ready to get into this.
Okay, so let's jump in. How did you get into YouTube? Just how did you get here?
It was kind of like by accident. Like I first started like my first big boy job, right? I was working for a corporate company doing social media coordinating. So I was like managing over 250 real estate agents' accounts. And I did that for a year and a half. Then I went over to the mortgage marketing space where I was doing the digital marketing strategy for their brand. And we did some YouTube, but the place where it began was when I started my full-time, my side business, which was social media managing up on the side. And then I decided to do coaching because back in the day when you were managing social media accounts, everyone thought, you know what? No one appreciates the social media manager. I'm going to go to coaching. And so in 2017, I thought that was true. And I just started doing coaching from then on, just social media coaching. And the way that I knew that I needed to kind of get my word out was like not only through Instagram, but I was also doing YouTube videos. That was like my first little stab at YouTube. And so I did a few videos. I started like vlogging and editing my own videos. And then I got like 3 views and, and it was okay. I had to learn, fail fast, right? And after a while, I started kind of finding my groove, like figuring out what kind of content really did work. And then over time, after I think 2 years after doing it, I started getting clients through YouTube, like them finding me. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are they finding me? How is this happening? And so I started digging more into that and started teaching people still how to make money with Instagram, but using YouTube to do that. It was so funny. And then I finally just had this epiphany with like my coach and I, where we realized, Jamar, you really know YouTube. Like, why are you trying to coach people about anything other than YouTube? Like, you really light up with YouTube. You're able to get things done in a way that other people aren't able to do that. And people don't even know how to use YouTube. And so I did a poll one time on Instagram asking people, did they know that YouTube was the second largest search engine? Did they know that they could be found in search terms that other people are like trying to fight to be in? Did they know that like YouTube is a search engine that can suggest you to people without you even having to really try, and that you don't have to show up every single day for that platform? And as soon as I did that poll, I got an overwhelmingly answer of no, I didn't know, but I want to know more. And that is where I started YouTube consulting. And then now I own a management agency.
That's amazing. And you've already answered so much of my next question, which is really why YouTube? But I'm sure you have so much more to answer that, especially for people who are listening, who I know a ton of you guys are on Instagram, like that's a huge channel, or Facebook. And so more engagement social media platforms instead of search engine social media platforms. So let's hear why everyone should be on YouTube.
Yeah, so I like to start off with the first thing, which is what I said before, is that YouTube is the second largest search engine and is owned by the first largest search engine, which is Google. So that already shows that we should probably be doing something over there. You feel me? Something, my God. And so the great thing about YouTube is that your content is going to be shown to people who need it the most because they are searching for it. So it's very different than any other social media platform, right? Because they have both search and social kind of capabilities there, right? And so you want to be seen in that aspect. And another reason of why YouTube is that you only have to post about once a week to the search engine. And so versus something like Instagram where you have to really show up all the time. And so I definitely recommend YouTube to business owners who are literally trying to kind of expand their marketing and scale their marketing efforts without having to always contribute to a community-based platform all the time. So I say that platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook groups, things like that are more so community-based platforms. And a platform like YouTube is a search-based platform. It's an attraction-based platform. And so I always recommend having both, but if you only have one, you're going to overextend yourself eventually because you always have to keep that community engaged in order to get the results that you're looking for, in order to make that money. So Instagram is an amazing way to make some quick money, honey. Okay, we all know how to make some money up on Instagram. I know your audience does, girl. But when it comes to, because it can be as easy as just doing a story, 3 stories, get them people in that program, get them into that shop, and it's a wrap, okay? But in order for that to happen, that's not evergreen. That's not passive. That's active. You have to actively do that. And so it may be easy to do it once or twice, but then keep in mind that you're basing your business upon having to actively show up and promote this thing all the time. What if you could kind of activate that same type of excitement, but in a passive way with YouTube? So with YouTube, you can create content that still sends people through that emotional customer buying journey, but on autopilot and in a more evergreen way where you can still make money, but just you not having to be a part of it all the time.
I saw this with my husband's YouTube channel. Does regenerative agriculture, so super niche. And he has this video that he posted a year and a half ago that has randomly kind of recently got 85,000 views. And it was okay, this is something that people are apparently, it was like how to build a worm trap. So how niche is this? 85,000 views. And his other videos are all over the place of from a handful to a few hundred to 30. And then there's this one video from a year and a half ago that recently got 85,000 views. So it really speaks to where Instagram or a lot of other those channels like that, people don't go back. They're only looking at your recent stuff. You have to be top of mind, continually posting versus something that you created 2 years ago that's still gold, or 5 years ago, still gold. And people can find it now because it's a search engine.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And also think about, I kind of want to tie in some of the how we treat our audience too. We love it when people look at our old content on YouTube, but as soon as we receive a like on a post that was made 3 months ago, we're like, what is a stalker doing up on Instagram?
Oh
We're like,
my God,
what are
it's so
you doing?
true.
You're like, stop doing that. But really that user is like doing what you want to do. And my God, they're doing it like they're searching for it themselves. But I just kind of had that like but moment just now to where I'm like, you know what? We think that people are like stalking us if they like a picture for our Instagram a year ago versus something up on YouTube where we will love it. And so, but that kind of just speaks to when it comes to YouTube, you can just set something and almost forget it, especially if you already have your marketing funnels already tied to that. If you already have that lead magnet that I always recommend you have with a YouTube video that is getting them into your marketing ecosystem, whether it is your email list or your Facebook group or your text list, whatever that may be, making sure that you have a way to get them off of YouTube and into your ecosystem.
So good. One thing you mentioned was when you started YouTube, you were putting out videos that were only getting 3 views. And I'm sure that a lot of people have this big fear of, I'm going to put this energy into this channel and no one's going to see it. No one's going to find it. How did you deal with that for yourself?
Oh gosh, I stopped. I literally was like, I was literally like, F this, I'm over it. But that was because I didn't have someone like me telling me how YouTube goes, right? I had to just kind of like learn it. I mean, I didn't entirely stop. I just kept on chucking along, but at a very slower pace, which is why it took more like 2 years for me to see success with it, right? If I kept on, it's very hard to tell someone, just keep going when you don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, what? So I want to tell your audience, like, I want to tell y'all kind of like what I had realized and what I did wrong and what I want y'all to do first when you first start out. So what I did wrong was I was comparing my first step to everyone else's like 100th step, right? So I was looking at other influencers and seeing what they were doing because that's what I thought. I was out there buying crazy equipment. I was hiring a videographer and all this other stuff before I was even making money. Like that made no sense, right? But I just thought that's what I needed to in order to have a successful channel. And so I started comparing myself to other people who weren't even in my industry as if I needed to do that. And so I was vlogging. I was just doing a lot of vlogs for no reason. And for our business, we don't need to do vlogs in order to get the success that we're looking for. We need to start creating rankable content that can be found in search engines. And so it wasn't until I had a video that had started taking off and I was like, what is going on? And it was how to create a social media content calendar in Excel. And it came with a free template. That one takes off. I think it has about like 18,000 views right now as well. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so that's when I thought, okay, there's something to this. I need to start doing like some how-to content and things like that. Forget those vlogs. Those vlogs are dead to me. And so that's where I want everyone else to really focus their energy when they first start out. Start giving out value and make YouTube less about you and more about you solving the problem of your ideal clients. So starting out with how-to content is one of the easiest ways to start growing your following and also getting people onto your email list.
I love that. And I'm wondering if it's also something you mentioned in your bio that I read was getting people, problem aware people to find you. So was it also that this was a video that was talking to problem aware people?
Yes. So I want to really break down like what do I mean by problem aware? Because so when we think about YouTube, people know that they have an issue with something, they need help with something. Those people are searching for an answer to their problem. And so when they fall up on your YouTube channel or video that is answering that problem, they are like, I'm here for a reason, right? They're here for a reason. It's not like Instagram where they're there because they probably like reacted to one of your stories yesterday. So Instagram, yes, that's kind of what they're there because you make them feel good. But sometimes feeling good is not enough for a transaction. You feel me? And so what happens is when you can solve their problem right then and there, they are not problem aware. And your content is now making them solution aware, right? So now you are the solution here, right? So they don't know what your services are, what your offers are. They don't know that, right? They know they have a problem and they need to fix it. They're searching for the answer to their problem. Your content is giving them the answer to their problem, maybe like a small part of it. And through your call to actions, you are bringing them to become more solution aware. You're pulling them through their customer buying journey a little bit faster than what they normally would be doing up on their own.
So good. And it sounds like when you were mentioning the vlog side of things, a part of that was almost the other social media mentality of I just need to churn stuff out and put stuff out, and volume really matters, where it's really this other side of things of how am I talking to the right person, and almost not only pleasing the people who are searching, but pleasing Google and how it works.
Yes, yes. It's really understanding, really understanding how it works and just thinking about how we need to work as business owners. Because don't get me wrong, there is a lane for vlogs for the influencer, right? The influencer who needs to get paid through Google AdSense, and they get paid for that by attention and likability. We need to get paid by our expertise. And that's kind of where this strategy kind of comes into play. And so when we start out with this educational type of content that brings in promo aware people, you're going to be getting different types of like goals accomplished, right? And so YouTube functions as a search engine, and don't get me wrong, like the search engine works for the influencer too. But if you start vlogging and you start turning that way, you're not going to be getting the type of people that is going to be fueling your business. You're going to get a lot of people who just like you.
So you're saying that we don't have to become influencers?
No, you do not have to be an influencer. And here's the thing that I think we forget. We are innately influencers. We have influence. And even as business owners, like people ask me questions all the time. They look up to me. They are influenced by things that I say. Right? Is it the type of influence where like I say that you should drink Coke and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna go buy a Coke bottle? Probably not. But if there's a certain type of software that I use, if there's certain things I use in my business on YouTube, whatever, like I have pull in that, right? But that happened because I started with my expertise first.
It's like a niche influence versus like drink a drink that's
related. I mean, honestly, yeah. And honestly, that type of influence is the most valuable. But if we were to really try to get into like brand deals and like influencing and stuff, like once you have an expertise and you have like your niche audience that you're very particular around, like what you share with them to make sure, because they know you for a certain thing, you can ask for more money because you are very particular around that. Like that's kind of the same concept that a lot of other YouTube influencers do that started out as experts in their field. So you can still get that route if Google AdSense and brand deals is that important to you. But I always say the first job of marketing is to make sure that your business gets paid. And so for your business to get paid, you need to generate leads. And the easiest way to generate leads is to create searchable and rankable content that is going to be funneling people to your lead magnets.
So good. Before we move on to that, I'd love to just talk about the difference between the CEO and the influencer, both on like who they are and their goals and how they actually need to act differently.
Oh, yes, I love this. Okay, so let's talk about the influencer. So the influencer they mostly function off of personality. Okay, so they get paid based upon how many people are watching their videos and for how long, right? And because that way YouTube or Google can run ads on their content. That's how they get paid. It's called AdSense, right? They get a certain, after a certain amount of people watch an ad, they get a percentage of that revenue. Okay, so that's why some of their goals is to get you to watch the next video. That's why some of their goals is to get you to watch the whole video. That's why what they do is so focused on personality. Because it essentially is like they're betting on you liking them so that you can come back and watch them again. That's all they have. And within that little realm, they have some authority, right? That's where they can kind of influence you because you like them.
The
Now,
one thing this is randomly making me think about is, I don't know if you cook at all, but if you go to any sort of recipe blog to look up a recipe, they have these crazy long intro sections because they're trying to get ads, and they're trying to make you scroll down to the very bottom of the page to get the actual recipe. So this like 20-foot long page has the tiny recipe that you actually want at the end of it, because they're trying it to play into the ad game.
Yes, for real. Yes. And so as you see, like the goals, like nowhere did I mention idol clients or things like that. Like, I mean, their idol viewer is someone that likes them, that likes the same things that they like, or whatever their angle is based upon their personality. Now, a CEO, a business owners, your job so let me say this again real quick. So as an influencer, their job is to keep you on the platform for as long as possible. You're supposed to just stay there and they get paid. When it comes to a CEO, your job is to get the person from YouTube and then get them off of there for as fast as possible. Your job is to just use the platform for that and then get them into your marketing, your whole marketing ecosystem so that you can track them and convert them into a paid client. And so your goals look a little bit different. So that's why you will utilize search a little bit more differently. That's why you would start creating content like a YouTube funnel, which is like, I can talk about like my content strategy around YouTube as well in a minute, but that's why you create searchable content that leads them through a funnel and then will eventually get them off of YouTube. Your goals are way different than an influencer.
I hear that. Oh my gosh. I love that perspective of like keeping people on a platform versus getting them off. And it sounds like, I mean, quite obviously the strategy of what videos you put out are significantly different, right? And so having someone just post things for people to watch for the ad purposes is going to be a completely different video than one that's trying to attract the right people and get them over to your website.
Yes. So I have this, which is kind of like the YouTube funnel strategy. And this is something that I do in my done for you funnel strategy, people, but I'm gonna drop the gem for y'all today.
Oh.
So there's about 4 layers to this, right? And so the top layer is going to be your anchor video. Your anchor video is that how to do whatever, that frequently asked question, that highly searched for thing, right? This really goes in line with like the tutorial based how to type of content. And so, like I said before, it's a great place to start, but your channel cannot just be how to tutorials and things like that. That's where a lot of service providers, coaches get in trouble, because they start like not seeing the value of YouTube, because they're like, well, I'm just giving away everything for free, quote, right? And so they're like, but like, so they don't see the value of it. And it's because they have a whole channel full of tutorials. So I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I think you kind of just gave them their next answer. I mean, good job, I think. No, but so the next level is going to be the content that is going to be shifting perspectives, right? So that kind of content is going to be you kind of shifting their perspectives of things that they currently think. So like the reasons why this isn't good for you, or the reasons why you're doing this, or the 5 mistakes that blank people make. This type of content is just shifting perspective. Like it's making them think, oh shoot, I didn't think about it that way, right? And that's going to help them kind of, it's going to help you build your authority even more, right? So as we're thinking about it, so we just talked about 2, right? And so keep in mind, this person does not know who you are. They searched for something inside YouTube. They found you through your anchor video, right? And so now your next video that's coming up or that they see is going to be the video that is shifting perspectives, right? So after you answer that one small question that they have, their next video is going to be that shifting perspective video that makes them think, oh, shoot, I didn't even think about that. This person's pretty smart. Okay, what else you got? And then the next video is going to be the combating objectives. I always say it wrong. Combating objections video. And that video is kind of there to do the dirty work for you. That video is to answer any questions that come up on sales calls that people have, or in DM sales that people have that you don't want to have anymore, right? These are the things that people should just know that you want them to know, or that you want to just combat in open so that you don't have to combat it on an actual sales call. This type of video should be something that will help someone self-qualify themselves, right? It could be something like, for example, I just said this example on another podcast, but if I was a real estate agent and I was trying to use this objection type of video idea, I would say, why you don't need a 720 credit score in order to get a house. Or like, I would say something, right? I would say something similar to, this is how you can get a job, even if you are in the gig economy. If you're a server, an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, stuff like that, because those people think that they're not ready to get a house yet. And so you showing them, no, you're ready. Like, that's something that they struggle with all the time on combating that objection. Well, how do I know that I'm ready? I bet I have to have a 720 credit score, or, oh, well, no, I'm self-employed, so I have to wait, whatever, right? And so combating those objections there.
One, oh, sorry. For that one, does it sometimes qualify for both that first and third category of combating objections? Could also be a tutorial in some ways, depending on how you're naming it?
It can be, yeah. Mm-hmm. It definitely can be.
Like how to qualify for a house, even if you don't have a 720 credit score.
Yes. So that one would be something. So that one would bring in like maybe like a different type of person that, like, if you use it as an anchor video, that person they know damn well they can get a house, and they're looking for, how the heck do I make this happen? Right. And so the other video is someone that's like, are you sure that I can get a house with a 720 with a, I don't know, 600 credit score? I hear that you can only get it with 720. So you see how the search intent may be a little bit different.
So it's almost like the anchor video for that. If we're thinking of that person, the anchor video for that person would be like how to raise your credit score in order to qualify for a house.
Yes, exactly. Oh, look at you, you're learning.
Yes, we're all learning.
I love it. Oh, this is great. And then we have one last layer to this YouTube funnel, and it's going to be like your core value type of video. And this core value video is where they kind of see a little bit of a different side to you. I like to use this as like a lessons learned video, something that helps people see the mistakes before they commit it. Like, I kind of like that a little bit, because it kind of makes it a little bit more, it makes the person a little bit more approachable, and it kind of shines a light on the issue here, saying that, like, look, this thing happens to everyone. I am crawling so you can run, okay? I'm trying to give you lessons that I've learned so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. And so this is kind of where you can use that as, like, for a career consultant that I just did a strategy for. One of her core value ones is like, I got laid off and I was a STEM professional. Here's why you always need to have a backup plan. Because to them, STEM people in the STEM field think that they are irreplaceable. Okay. And they don't have a backup plan. But one of her core values is that no matter how much money you make, you should still have some type of backup plan. You should be investing. You should be doing these other things. Right. And so that's one of her core values. And so we made a video just upon that. And so Is that video meant to rank? No, that video is not meant to rank. So you don't have to like go do all this keyword research, but it's meant to nurture the community that you're currently building, right? So that one is the one video that is supposed to kind of bring a little bit more of a human side to you, to kind of show people a different side of you than just the authority figure.
So good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you shared all that with us.
Of course. I love talking about it.
We just got our first month worth of videos planned out.
Oh, yes. Look, y'all better tag me too whenever you
I love that. So what are we looking for with length of videos? Does it matter at all?
Okay, so for us, I would say if you're just starting out and you're not a talker and this just kind of intimidates you, I would say shoot for 3 to 7 minutes. 3 to 7 minutes. Other YouTube experts would say 10-minute videos, but that's because their strategy is to get you monetized with AdSense, right? So that kind of strategy is really more so meant for the YouTube content creator, the influencer. Us as business owners, the content needs to be as long as it needs to be. And keep in mind that you don't have to have a 30-minute video. If you can, because the point is for you to make this video that is going to get people out of search watching your video, and then you need to say enough in the video that makes the call to action a no-brainer to take. So you can totally do that in 3 to 7 minutes if you're like kind of like not filling video.
I mean, why not under 3 minutes? Is that no good? You just can't get enough good stuff in there?
I don't know. I think it may depend on the question. I think we also have to think about the amount of kind of like the exchange that we're looking for, right? So you're going to need to still tell me something. Like if you really want me to go to this free training, you're going to have to give me something in this YouTube video, right? You got to give me something, because if I sit here now, I'm not saying that you need to have like a 15-minute video and do that, but I think 3 minutes is enough to maybe, depending on the type of question, could be enough for you to talk about something, like to talk about a common question that you have. Will all videos be 3 minutes? Probably not. They will probably be up to like 7 minutes. But when you outline your videos, you'll see like what I mean about like, you're going to exceed 3 minutes. I'm telling you, by the time that you finish your intro and you're talking about, and you're transitioning into like what the topic is, what the first talking point is, you're probably already at 1.5 minutes. So it's kind of like,
it's making me think of the different audiences for different platforms, because so much of Instagram and TikTok and whatever, you're encouraged to make shorter and shorter videos. Like a lot of places you can't even upload more than 60 seconds on some things. So it's almost a different audience, or they're in a different mindset when they're coming to YouTube.
Yes, when people come into YouTube, they're looking for their answer to be solved. And so, I mean, for their problem to be answered. And so what you want to do, you want to make sure, because like, imagine this person has been searching on YouTube for so long to find the answer to this question, right? And so is your 3-minute video going to give them enough information to now trust you as the sacred source of this thing, and to now go to your free training, or to now download your ebook for even more support? Or watch another video. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. No, it totally does. I'm just asking complete maybe questions here.
No, you're fine. I love them. Everyone has those questions.
Yeah, well, it's interesting just from, because I've had this podcast for a year and a half now ish. Yeah, that's about right. And we upload the video to YouTube, and it's just this little, like a few people watch, but I'm guessing because of the length, and it's not asking this super direct question. It's not something that will be promoted as much by Google, or there's something there that I'm still learning.
Yeah, so there are a few components. So you're missing the girl, you're going to take all my goodies. Okay, so
we don't have to go there, but I welcome it.
No, now I want to talk about it. So you've already done the damage here. It's like, no, I'm kidding. But you are missing the YouTube SEO component of YouTube here. And so there are a few components of YouTube SEO. And so with that, you need to create a well-optimized title, right? So make sure you have some keywords inside of the final title. You also need to transcribe the YouTube video and add closed captions to it, because that helps YouTube give them more data on, like, well, what is this video about? If we say YouTube 56 times, YouTube's like, okay, I think this is about YouTube marketing or YouTube for business. If someone searches that, like, we'll probably show it to people, right? So making sure that your captions are accurate is one thing. And that also helps with, of course, like your videos being more accessible. And then adding chapters. Even before chapters, having a keyword-rich description is going to be even better, right? So what are your main keywords, and then making sure that you create maybe 3 to 4 sentences that contain that keyword all throughout. That is going to be very helpful. And then creating chapters within your video, so that not only people can see where you're talking about, what question or anything like that, but keep in mind that also chapters are also searchable. So when people are searching for an answer to something, YouTube will not only show the actual video, but it also will pull up this chapter is where your question is going to be answered.
I've never done chapters before, but I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the little breaks in the
yes.
YouTube video. And so
you
name them? And then
you name them.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you'll name them like in this section or this video, you will probably do the timestamp, and then you'll say how to optimize a YouTube video.
Using SEO.
Yep, using YouTube SEO. Yeah. And then that's it. And so if someone were to search it, there's likelihood that that chapter, this segment of your video podcast will show up in the search results.
That's so cool. And now everyone wants to hire you, because that sounds like so much fucking work.
Yes, because yes, it is. But this is why I started YouTube management.
That's
yes, awesome. I love it.
I'm like, oh gosh.
And then also don't forget your blog posts as well. So embedding the YouTube video up onto the blog post is just as good too.
That's so good. Awesome. So, wow, you have given us so much today. Thank you so much for being so generous. I want to ask a little bit more about you, not just your expertise, but for you in your business, what's a new challenge that's coming up, because you're at this new stage of growth?
Oh gosh. So I think my new challenge is, well, it's a fun challenge, is my agency model. I've recently changed business models from just doing consulting with YouTube and done for you strategies to doing that still, but adding in this agency model, because I had so many people that I would do the strategy for, and they would get stuck with implementing, right? With the editing, with the optimizations. Even though I had it be copy and paste, they're like, but still, I just can't. So yeah. I get it. And so I just kind of found this gap in the market, and because there aren't a lot of YouTube marketing agencies that specialize with online business owners. A lot of them are content creators or lifestyle bloggers, things like that. And I think this part is a little bit interesting, because I've never had to manage this much stuff, right? And so I'm entering a stage of hiring a very robust team, right? Where this is not just me. I'm going to be having about 3 video editors. I'm going to be hiring YouTube coordinators and account managers. And it's a very interesting time for me. And I'm welcoming this change, but it's also a little bit challenging, because along with all this growth, you can really have a lot of mindset stuff happen, right? And so I'm checking myself as I go, but it's very interesting and very fun and exciting and scary at the same time.
That's so good. So my business has an agency side to it. So I hear you with all that. And there's so many things that are unexpected with that. Like, you don't realize how much client management takes when you're like, okay, the onboarding and the making sure they're happy. It's not just about actually doing the work anymore.
No.
It's like also all of the communication side with you and the client, and then you and your team. There's like so much communication that's needed, and managing on both sides of that. So yeah, that's a big one.
Yes. Pray for me, fingers crossed.
I will pray for you. And another thing I wanted to ask was, do you have any spiritual practices? This podcast is called Business as a Magical Practice, and it's through this lens that us as people who are spiritual, we use these practices often to supplement our business. Like, we'll meditate so we're more productive, or we'll do like spells so that we activate more money coming into our business. But it's also, our business is this playground in order to allow ourselves to go through this deeper evolution as a soul. So I'm sorry, I took that question way beyond the actual question, but do you have any spiritual practices?
No. So I feel like I have a few like ritualistic type of things. And so like one, I love being by myself. Like with my business, I have this like, I don't want to say persona because it sounds like inauthentic, but like, because I'm the face of my brand, I'm like just like everywhere. I'm just like talking to everyone. And so sometimes I need to sit down and just like not say anything. And so I just like sit in silence sometimes and just like be with myself. and I literally like love it. Just sit in silence or just like watch nature is something that I really, really love. I've even gotten to the point of just watching YouTube videos of deer eating. Like, I literally just love stuff. Like, I literally just find me an animal and let me watch this animal all day, every day, because it just kind of calms my mind and just lets me like kind of just feel a little bit more centered and ready to kind of just build up my energy again. And then another thing that I do, like every 2 weeks, I have to like get my hair cut because I feel really, really good about it. It makes me feel really good for the inside out. I feel more confident in myself. And so a little part of me is that's kind of like my little ritual that I like do every 2 weeks for myself, just so I feel really, really good. But those are like my two things.
So there's a book called, I think it's just called Alter Ego. Or they might have like a few words before and after, because you're almost like shaming yourself for putting out your personality. But it talks about the power of actually creating an alter ego, and it's actually something that a lot of famous people employ and are taught to employ, because if you have this big audience and these people judging you and talking about you, if you actually put out an alter ego of like, this is who I am in public and this is the true me, it gives you a little bit of protection. And if someone is bashing your public persona, it doesn't damage you as much internally. So I mean, you could actually just be really smartly doing that already.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you for telling me that. I actually feel really better about this then.
Well, like celebrity chefs in this book, I think it's just called Alter Ego, but like they talk about like the different celebrity chefs that do this and athletes that do this. And like, so anyways, as a YouTube star, you're going to need this.
Oh yes, definitely. I need to read that book anyway.
It's a good one. I highly recommend. Okay, moving on. What have been your favorite purchases for your business and then for pleasure recently?
Oh my gosh, what has been my favorite purchase? Let me think. I finally bought this new iPhone. Like, this is like my iPhone. I feel like, which sounds crazy, but like I don't upgrade phones ever. I never do. But then I was like tired of my phone just started glitching out of nowhere. And so I was like, okay, this is the time for me to go ahead and do it. So my phone is a big purchase. I mean, is a nice purchase, but I also, buying DoorDash food has been so great for me. I love banchan. So whenever I like do something amazing, I buy these Korean tacos and Korean fried chicken, and I just like pig out on it. So if that can count as a purchase that I'm proud of.
Where in the world do you live?
I live in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay, cool. So good DoorDash around there.
Oh yes, DoorDash is amazing around here.
Well, thank you so much, Shamar. This was so fun. And just again, thank you so much for being so generous with your brilliance. And I know I'm expecting a lot of people wanting to hire you after this. So how can they go deeper with you or find you on YouTube or Instagram or wherever you live online?
Yes, y'all can definitely find me on YouTube at Jamara Diggs. That's going to be where you can get all the YouTube gems. If you want to meet me or talk to me in real time, you can find me on Instagram at Jamara Diggs as well. And also, if you want to learn more about how to DIY your YouTube channel, I do offer a few YouTube courses and trainings that you can go to as well. And those links are all inside my bio, or you can just go to shop.jamardiggs.com.
Awesome. I can't wait to look at those. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Any final words for everyone?
Oh my gosh, don't be afraid of YouTube. You can do it. Just keep reminding yourself that you are the CEO, and so your channel is going to look different than other people's. Do not compare your channel to others out there, even business owners. Okay, so just keep going. Search first, think evergreen, and keep it going.
Hell yeah. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you next week.